I said boom, boom, boom. Everybody say way-ho!
Are we really starting with this?
Yeah, we're really starting it like that. Everyone, hello! Welcome to a very spooky Sidecar Halloween. I hope you're doing great.
Ooh.
Everyone, my name is Sam. This is Sidecar Stories, and I've got some friends with me today. As you can see, I've got some folks who look maybe slightly different than they normally do, but also I've got
They have
Tuna
no
Sunday.
idea what I look like.
I've got,
That could be me.
I just mean that person looks different than that person usually does.
Oh.
We have got Mr. Halfbit, who is here today to run this game for us. Mr. Halfbit has run this game before, and I'm super excited. I have played this game before. Tuna Sunday has never played this game, but
Never.
he is a good friend. You know him. By the way, Puppet Master, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to Scooter Patrol.
Henny.
she's a bit older.
Just the old
Love is love.
broad.
Love is love, Henny. Miss Frizzle is here. She is playing Stacy Abernathy. Tuna Sunday is playing our boy Francis. Mama Cass is playing Edith Wells. I can't remember Francis's last name.
McDormand is all I want to say.
Muldoon.
Muldoon!
I was just gonna wait. Let him figure it out. I'm sorry.
He wouldn't have gotten there.
And I am playing your boy Johnny Kicks. Say it right or don't say it. Everyone, this is Kids on Bikes. We're telling a story today. This is a storytelling game like we use all RPGs. Some people, they're kind of strategy games. For us, it's a way to tell great stories. I think some of my favorite stories in any medium right now are being told in RPGs. I've said as much before, and I hope today will kind of show that off. There's some really exciting stories being told. I want to hear from everybody, just like how you're doing. Mr. Halfbit, how's your day going?
Good. I'm excited. Really, mainly, I'm excited to see what happens today. See what these characters do. I got a fantastic night's sleep, so I feel very rested.
Good.
So,
I hope everybody
yeah.
did. I definitely did, which is it bodes well for us. Let's see what them characters do. Tuna, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's a spooky, windy Halloween out here.
Is it? Okay, you set the scene pretty well. Miss Frizzle, what are
Yeah.
you up to? How you doing?
Coming in screeching as always. Just finished Tuna's Halloween costume.
It's the only way to do it. just Tokyo drifting into the stream. And Mama Cass, how are you doing?
I'm great. Halloween's the best holiday. Fight me.
You got some pumpkin bread in you?
I did. I ate half a loaf of pumpkin bread for breakfast.
That's the dream right there.
What can I say? I'm living the dream.
And folks, I'm going to turn things over to our characters here in just a moment, but I want to say two things first. The first thing is, so Sandra's wondering, how long is this stream? That's
Forever
a great
and
question.
always.
We plan, so it's currently noon our time. We plan to be going until about 5 our time. I would say the story is probably going to take up most of that time, but yeah, between noon and 5 today is sort of our planned run time. But I'm going to be with you all to hang out afterwards for a little while. I would love to hear sort of your thoughts in chat at the end of it. The first thing is, you've seen me run Dungeon World here on the channel before. And by the way, how's my sound balance? Anyway, you've seen me run Dungeon World here on the channel. I make that a really interactive experience, and I really enjoyed that the session 0 was pretty interactive as well. I want to remind y'all that this one's going to be a little bit different. The best way that you can tell stories like this is for each of us to have things about our characters that we really care about, and if we can pursue those things, then we know we're going to be more invested in them. So we're going to be looking at chat. We're going to be keeping an eye on y'all. If you have great ideas, we're going to be sort of like, we're going to be ducking in there quietly. But it's not going to be quite the same sort of, RPG by committee kind of thing. That's the first one. The second one, and actually I don't know if I'm going to do the second one. Halfbit, you've got sort of an idea of how you want to introduce the city, right? Or the town?
I've got a little thing I'm gonna go over. Yeah.
Okay. All right. In that case, I won't do that. I will just say to everyone, welcome, happy Halloween. Hogwarts Hippie, Lisa Hall, Henny, Intikana, Sander. Let's see who else is here. BS Perry of 2 or B Sperry of 2. That's a new name, which is pretty cool. Good to have you in here. Flushes the Rhino.
Flushest Rhino.
Flushest Rhino, which I'm very sure is a Harry Potter name. Welcome to the Muggle
Flushest
world.
Rhino, yes.
This is the RPGs are the best magic I know how to make. Dahlia, I don't know if you're still in here. Stud, hello. Everyone, I hope you're having a great day. And at this point, I want to turn it over, I think, to... Let's see, I'm going to ask Halfbit, actually. Do you want to do some, like a tiny little system recap? Like, do you have a plan for that? Or should we go to character introduction first? What do you think?
Well, what do you think they need? I don't really, because I have a planned intro of the city, and then that goes into character introduction,
Okay.
and then we get into the game. If you
Okay.
want to go over a little recap of the system, we can.
Yeah. Basically, and I don't think I want to go into too much depth because I would love for the system to take kind of a back seat. You know, it's tough for people to track, like, what dice rolls are happening necessarily. So I think for y'all's purpose, just for you to be aware of, like, how this works. How are we playing a game and also telling a story at the same time? How do we know who wins? That's not how RPGs work for us. We have a storyteller, Mr. Halfbit, and then we are all playing individual characters. We're going to stick with those characters the whole time. And basically, when something happens where there's a chance that it might go south for us, Mr. Halfbit's going to tell us what to roll, and we're going to roll a dice to find out how it works out for us. Do we succeed? Do we fail? And then based on that, we're all going to move forward with the story together. That's kind of the core of most RPGs, and I think, I don't think anything more about the system needs to be said for the viewers. I think I did a little recap with our players, a couple of days ago?
Yeah.
So I think we're good on that front, but yeah, for all of you watching, we roll some dice to find out what happens, and it keeps the mystery alive forever. We all have to react in the moment. And with that, honestly, I think I'm good to turn it over to Halfbit.
Alrighty. The year.
Excuse me.
I'm
Go
so
ahead.
sorry. Before you get started, because I don't want to interrupt you
You
in the
already
middle.
messed it up.
No, I did. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. If you
Scrap
want,
the whole thing.
I've got the art on my end.
Next
quit.
year. We'll see you guys next year.
If you want me to, like trade over to anything, let me know. Like switch over to any one of our different images, because we got some art that Mr. Halfbit and I sort of put together that might help to set the scene. So yeah, Halfbit, you just signal to me somehow, or I'll just
during
listen,
this-
I guess.
During this opening sequence, I don't think we really need it, but as we kind of visit different locations, I think that's when it would be appropriate.
Copy that. All right, I'm gonna fully shut up now. Wait, now.
All right. The year is 1980X, a time quite familiar and quite comfortable, filled with popping lights, big hairspray, incredible colors. We find ourselves in Altmore, Oregon, a small city of around 3,000, just off the Pacific Northwest coast of the U.S. Now, aside from being the birthplace of Mike Score, the frontman for A Flock of Seagulls, and the site of an unfortunate dam explosion that caused heavy flooding to many cities downriver, Altmore is a fairly unexciting town. Now, before anyone jumps down my throat, I am aware that Mike Score was born in England, but it's 1980X. Anything is possible.
Very much.
We get a few establishing shots of the town. A shot of a beach with an offshore drilling platform in the distance, and we pan up over the newly built Altmore Dam, now labeled the Barron Dam, with the words Barron Industries stamped in bold letters at the top. We pan the camera down through downtown, past the ever-busy Barron's Big Buy, past Duddy's Handy Mart, and a smattering of bars, now empty of patrons in the autumn morning. It is the morning of October 29th, and hanging over Main Street is a banner gently moving back and forth in the wind that reads, "The 13th Annual Dam Day Remembrance and Celebration. For the residents of Altmore, this has become somewhat of an odd occurrence. After the terrible tragedy of the explosion at the Altmore Dam, a day of remembrance was enacted by the City Council to pay respects to those who lost their lives and to give thanks to the first responders and forest rangers who gave everything they had. The issue is that the dam exploded on October 29th, 2 days before Halloween, and the Day of Remembrance sort of sucked all the fun out of Halloween. So, the City Council, over time, started to spice things up a bit, making it more of a celebration, a Halloween celebration. And eventually it became what it is today, and what will be happening this very evening, which is an extravagant Halloween festival at Mount Altmore State Park. Alrighty. Now, it is the morning of the celebration. Johnny, first of all, is there any questions to what's happening?
No.
Me specific. Oh. No, I think I got it. So you said Mount Altmore National Park?
State Park.
State Park. And there is a
Right.
day of remembrance.
This is my place.
This is your spot? That spot.
Anyways,
Yeah, I think
if there's no questions, we'll just continue. Johnny and Stacy, would you both please introduce your characters to us, stating age, trope, the things you are good at, and a brief description of what you look like. We'll start with Stacy.
My name is Stacy Abernathy. I am a 17-year-old plastic beauty, and I'm going to be your next student body president because I'm great at everything, except things that aren't worth being great at. I'm always dressed to impress, and that's why I was easily chosen to be captain of the Squad Squad. Go, girls! You can see my... Excuse me, it's my turn. You can see my headshot right below side cursors.
Your very 80s headshot.
It's perfect.
Awesome.
Johnny?
Hi there, everybody. My name's Johnny Kicks. My family moved over here from Australia about, a decade ago or something like that. And, well, I love rock music. Don't like the crap that they're playing right now on the radio. It's no good. Can't stand Flock the Seagulls. They're pretty trash, to be honest with you. And I'm going to duck out of that one for now. But I am 16. I am the wannabe rocker. My name is... Look, my name's not important. Jonathan Nathaniel Frederick, but I go by Johnny Kicks. It's spelled Jony, but look, don't talk about it. My trope is the wannabe, and I am... Look, I'm cool under pressure. I'm a little rebellious. I'm pretty tough, and I want to get out of this town so bad, and I'm hoping that my music is going to be my ticket out of here. This town drives me crazy, and I want to get out of here. As far as look, I would say you're probably looking at somebody pretty similar. I would say, you know what? Being Australian, I'm going to make him blonde. I think Johnny Kicks is blonde.
Does he have a beard?
He's trying to bring in a beard.
He's got a 16-year-old beard.
He's got a 16-year-old beard, and
no.
he perpetually has a pair of drumsticks in his back pocket. Johnny Kicks, nice to meet you.
All right. Something Johnny and Stacy both have in common is that they are both running for student council president. Tonight at the celebration on a big stage, you are each expected to give a small speech in front of thousands of people as to why you should be elected president and why they should vote for you. What does Johnny spend his morning doing?
Okay, so this campaign is important to me for exactly one reason: results. I don't know if you want to introduce why that is yet, but maybe we'll just sort of we could just keep it kind of a mystery as to why Johnny Kicks would ever run for class president, for student council. I think I've spent my morning making my stencils out of like old cereal boxes that just say vote kicks.
Vote kicks. Okay, I like it.
Stenciling them onto old newspapers and then like painters taping those newspapers just onto walls everywhere around the city, around the town.
Okay.
Vote kicks. Just do it.
Is it kick cereal too? Like, do you just write the word vote above
Yeah.
kick cereal?
Just boxes of kick cereal.
Yeah.
Oh, what does Stacy spend the morning doing?
Well, I'm getting up at 5 a.m. like I always do. Regular beauty routine in the morning, cleansing, refreshing, all that good stuff. Getting a mani-pedi for sure. Gotta look my best. And then probably some last minute meeting and greeting and passing out buttons and confirming I've got everyone's vote.
Sure. Okay. All right. Edith, would you please introduce your character to us, stating age, trope, the things you're good at, and a brief description of what you look like?
Hello, everybody. I'm Edith Wells. There's no way I'm going to keep that up. So, I'm Edith Wells. I am a retired park ranger. I am 76 going on 30. I'm pretty protective of the group, or of people that are close to me, I should say. I would say I look closest to Frances McDormand in 3 Billboards. However, it's the 80s and that movie doesn't exist yet, but it's okay. Plus like 20 years. That's what I got.
All right. Edith, tonight, you as well have an obligation to be at the festival. With Edith's recent retirement as a forest ranger, and your bravery and service during the months after the dam incident, the city council has decided to give you a lifetime service award from the city of Altmore. You are to be there in uniform and accept the award on a big stage in front of thousands of people. What do you spend your morning doing?
Pacing.
Why is Edith pacing?
That sounds nerve-wracking. Like like I said in our session 0, she doesn't recognize that as like a point of accomplishment. It's very much more just like I was doing my job kind of thing. She didn't want to be like recognized for it, so she's very nervous.
Gotcha. Very nervous. Does she have any other nervous habits, or she's just pacing back and forth in her? I imagine her little cabin. She probably has a full house, but
No, it's probably a cabin.
Okay.
She's probably like muttering to herself, like trying to practice appropriate social etiquette. Because she's kind of like she feels like she's an outsider, so she's definitely just very very nervous.
Got it. Interesting.
She's
okay.
like holding her hand out, like, okay, this is how you shake a hand, drying her hands off, making sure they're not too sweaty kind of thing.
Already in the morning?
Yep, already.
Just constantly drying them off?
Yep.
All right. Francis, please introduce your character to us. Age, trope, and the things you are good at.
Yeah.
And what you look like.
Yeah, my name's Francis Muldoon. I'm a 32-year-old conspiracy theorist, and I'm currently the lead investigator, the lead researcher for the Singular Fortean Society, the Alton branch, of course. I uncover the truth, and I reveal secrets that everyone else is afraid to see, and I do it all from the back of my Ford Ecoline. Look for my newest article, by the way. It's about the Briarwood Brain. It'll be in the monthly newsletter. Yeah.
The Briarwood Brain. I love it. All right. Tonight, no awards are being given to you. No speeches are expected from you. No.
Never is.
Something much more important is going on in the world of Francis Muldoon. Last night, after leaving your favorite bar, you observed an unmarked black car rolling through an alley downtown. Naturally, you followed. You got in your 1973 Ford Ecoline van and followed the car all the way around to the back of Mike Score Stadium, the local music hall. You observed 3 men get out of this car in sort of odd clothing. Clothing that doesn't really match with each other. They walked up to the back loading dock of the stadium and walked in. About 10 minutes later, you saw all of the lights in the stadium go out. Then, to your shock, you see 3 members of a flock of seagulls, including the Mike Score, walk out pushing a large black music equipment container on wheels down the loading dock. They opened up a moving truck that was parked outside, loaded the container in. Then one got into the truck, and the other 2 got into the black car, and they drove off. You immediately started your engine as soon as they were far enough ahead, but before you could really get going, you saw cherries and berries in your rearview mirror. Local law enforcement recognizes your vehicle often. This is not surprising to you, and when they see it parked somewhere it not ought to be, they question you. Without going over the entire encounter, what would you have told the officer? Deputy Cecil Davis, to be exact.
Well, I mean, Deputy Davis knows me well. He knows I'm doing what's right and I'm doing what's within my amendment rights. I'm allowed to drive around and see the sights, and I don't want to give too much away to him right away, because you never know if he's in on it. I mean, he's just a public servant at this point. He's paid to hide these people from me. I think he might have been following them, knowing I was trying to uncover the truth.
Ah, okay. I like it. So you don't tell him anything about what you saw?
No, I was just driving around. I don't like crowds, so I didn't want to go to the celebration or anything. I was just getting some air.
All right. All right. Interesting. Nothing else really happens with the encounter. He just likes to question you because he knows you're usually up to no good.
Yeah,
and plus, the mayor and the city council like them to keep an eye on you. You probably took plenty of photos of the encounter, I'm assuming.
Absolutely.
And wrote plenty in your journal. And that's probably what you spent your night doing, developing the photos, writing the whole ordeal. You probably got about 4 hours of sleep. You walked up to the Pancake Pyramid for some breakfast. And on the front page of the Daily Gull, you see Mike Score to make a guest appearance at the annual Damn Day Festival. What do you spend your morning doing? This is the day of the festival.
I start writing up an article about how I knew I was right. I try to organize all the photos, trying to get something sent in. Got to send it into the local paper. They rarely accept my letters or write back, but I know they gotta know what's going on. That they're working with some unmarked cars and they were stealing stuff from the local stadium.
Sure.
He may be here, but he's not here on good terms.
Notable burglars, flock of seagulls.
Hey, I saw it with my own eyes.
But anyways, you are determined to be at this festival as well. You want to get photos of Mike's score. You want to see anything else fishy that might be going on in the town. So, it is the night of the festival. We cut to Mount Altmore State Park. Some prominent features are large wooded areas, numerous cave systems. The Willamette River runs through, which eventually forms Lake Altmore atop the Barren Dam. The most prominent feature, however, is Mount Altmore itself. A gorgeous rock structure that juts out from the thick forest below, and at the bottom of which is one singular pair of feet. About 20 feet in height, carved into the rock. Maybe like 30 feet. A big pair of feet. It is 5 p.m. The festival is in full swing. There are bright lights strung between all the trees. There is a live band playing 80s covers up on a temporary stage at the base of the mountain. There are different carnival games being played in big carnival tents by children of all ages wearing various costumes of the 80s. You have E.T.'s, Chewbacca's, Princess Leia, Jason Voorhees, Ripley from Alien. The list goes on. But there are thousands of citizens here in the park enjoying themselves. But an important question, are any of you wearing Halloween costumes?
Halloween costumes are for nerds.
All right.
But I'm probably wearing one. I think it's probably important. I think, look, hey, Johnny has stooped himself low for this, so I think I am... Actually, he'd probably look great in a Han Solo costume.
Ooh. Yes.
So I am walking around shooting first everywhere. That was
Sure.
that was the worst thing to say.
I like it, though.
I do a quick draw and say, Johnny kicks, kick him where it hurts.
Is that your slogan?
That's my new campaign slogan. Thank you, Hogwarts Hippie.
I love it. I love it. Mike Score, lovable rock star or petty larcenist?
The article I'm working on.
Oh man, that's such a great article.
Got it written in all caps at the top of your notebook.
Also, I'm ready.
Would any of you have come here to the festival with anyone else, or are you meeting anyone else here? What are kind of all of you doing before the moments of the festival kind of beginning? Or the festival has begun, but the festival ceremonies have begun.
Assuming Stacey Abernathy is here, I am probably just like glaring at her because I know she's good at this stuff, and I have to pick up like what is she doing so I can try to do that too, but maybe better.
Sure.
I'm definitely here. I'm definitely still mingling and passing out. Stacy for Stuco buttons, the smart choice. Yeah, and just probably checking in with my squad teammates. I'm definitely wearing my cheerleader captain outfit. Not a costume, but
Sure. I guess I kind of went over that. Is Francis or Edith wearing costumes?
Absolutely not.
So I was told to come in uniform, so I came in uniform, but I definitely have like a witch's hat or something on. Thanks,
I
Xander.
love it. A witch's hat. Just a witch's hat and a forest ranger uniform.
Yep.
And Francis is not wearing a costume. This is serious.
Francis is dressed as a creeper as always.
How dare you?
He's got some beautiful future technology. That would be the smallest piece of technology existent in the 80s.
And in terms of like arriving at the festival, I'd probably be like, I guess if it's a festival, I don't know. Is there like a crowd gathered around like a stage kind of thing? I feel like I'd be in the back.
There are people slowly crowding around. They haven't really gone there yet, but there's the crowd is spread throughout the woods.
Yeah, I'm probably just like hanging around on the outskirts, like hoping that someone I know comes to talk to me so that I don't have to just like sit in my own mind.
Okay.
Would you say, Halfbit, that the overall mood is pretty somber because we're close? Like, today is the day of remembrance, right? Or was that yesterday?
Well, that's the odd thing. Is it's supposed to be a somber day.
Okay.
But the city council has made it into just a Halloween festival. It's kind of odd.
Gotcha.
There are some people, Edith especially probably is here because this is supposed to be in remembrance of a horrible day. And there are definitely citizens of Alton that are here for that very reason as well. But, the kids, most of the youth, they don't give a shit. Half of them were barely even conscious when this thing happened. So
They were all drunk as hell.
They were infants, Sam.
well, not drunk. They were infants.
I know he said conscious though.
Oh, well, yeah, they were. Whatever.
Infants sleep.
You could be an unconscious infant.
Yeah,
Infants
they don't really
sleep
have
most of the
memories.
I've never heard of one. That sounds like something that our conspiracy theorists would make up. I've never seen an unconscious infant. And then, would you say, Halfbit, that is there like a central kind of like focus to this, or is it just like, hey, go socialize out in our state park, like put up some decorations and just sort of mingle?
There are games. There's food and drink. It's supposed to be a celebration of Halloween, and in remembrance of these, there's music playing. There actually probably is a crowd around the stage right now, watching the cover band. But there are, coming up in just a few minutes, there are some speeches and some ceremonial things that happen. So that's kind of the focus point of this, if that makes sense.
Yeah. What is the cover band playing right now?
Something like weird, a bad Janet Jackson cover or something. They have no business playing.
From 100 yards away, Joni just pulls out his. I'm gonna keep doing it too. Dang it,
Johnny Ernst is here, everybody.
Johnny pulls out his cardboard laser blaster and just points it at the stage.
Laser
Joni
blaster.
kicks.
Got it.
Cardboard
All right.
laser blaster.
Stanley Abernathy has walked up to the mic. The cover band has stopped playing and has you actually killed them. No. They have stopped playing, and Stanley Abernathy, Stacy's father, has walked up to the mic. City councilman. He has brown hair that wings down to just below his ears, and a bald patch, and clear framed glasses that accentuate the comb of a mustache that he is wearing. All right. Now, 5 minutes until the ceremonies begin. 5 minutes. If you are involved in the ceremonies, please make your way to the stage at this time. And to paint a proper image of this scene, there is a thick grove of trees that most of the festival takes place in that leads up to the side of Mount Altmore. And right at the base of the mountain is the feet, a clearing, and the stage right in front of the feet. There are thousands of people gathering around the stage at this moment. And it's just a simple platform, 2 sets of stairs on either side, 1 single row of stage lights that have been temporarily affixed that hang above.
Now these are some big stone feet, right?
Yeah, they're giant feet.
And they used to be part of an attempt to make sort of a Mount Rushmore thing, and then they got blown away when the dam left, right? And it's just the feet now?
They stopped construction at the feet.
Yeah, it's like these feet kind of morph into the mountain. It's like this giant mountain has a pair of feet on it. Because the mountain's going to get up and walk away.
With the feet. They wanted to make full body presidents, and instead of starting at the top...
What the Sam hell?
It's a beautiful thing. It is time for the ceremonies and speeches to start. Edith, Stacy, and Johnny, you have been kind of found and escorted to the side of the stage. by various festival volunteers. It's getting a little colder now. The sun's starting to go down just a little bit, and the wind has picked up a little, slightly. But now the area is really, really starting to glow from all of the lights amongst the trees. It's a really cool look. Francis just walked away. There he is. Okay. Francis, where are you at this time? Edith, Stacy, and Johnny have been escorted to the stage. Where are you amongst? Are you amongst the crowd? Are you on the outskirts? Are you like behind the stage, up on a hill, taking pictures? Where are you?
Well, my cameras aren't so good. They don't have a lot of zoom, so I'm trying to like wiggle my way, trying to push my way past people to get close enough to the stage. But I want to be off to one side so I can try to like see what's behind the podium.
Okay, sure. I'd say not Johnny. Francis is fairly good at noticing things. You're good at surveillance. You're good at watching things. You've noticed that as walking through here, there are a few faces you haven't seen before. You know a lot of people in town. You get around. There are a few faces that you don't recognize. You've noticed that there are these people. They are wearing black suits and sunglasses. Odd. Sun's going down. So you notice this.
Night vision.
Are you doing anything about this? Are you taking pictures of them? Are you just kind of keeping an eye on them?
Oh yeah, I'm taking photos of them.
Okay.
Do I see any of the people from last night?
You don't.
I'm gonna try to stick close to those people in the suits.
Okay.
Keep an eye on them.
All right. So, Mayor Al Lawrence, in a white suit, has now stepped up to the mic. Imagine Steve Harvey, but Keenan Allen as Steve Harvey. Makes sense?
Tim Allen as Steve Harvey? Is that what I just heard?
No, Keenan Allen.
Gotcha.
From SNL as Steve Harvey, not Tim Allen as Steve Harvey. Goodness. It just looks a little off, but he says, folks and freaks of Altmore, you all look extra spooky tonight. And the crowd gives a big cheer. They love Al Lawrence. He is the best mayor, and he kind of helped get the city out of the slump that they were in since the incident. Now I know we all want to get back to having a raucous good time, but first we have a few things on the agenda. And he continues on, but he is interrupted. Shivers go down all of your spines, and your stomachs sink as a blood-curdling yet melodic scream is heard from deep within the forest behind the crowd. People on the stage immediately stand up. The crowd, almost in unison, turns around, all squinting, trying to get a glimpse of what is happening. The scream is short and doesn't naturally trail off. It seems to be cut off. Then a second later, at least 100 yards to the east of the first scream, is another scream. Just the same, short and cut off. Then another about 200 yards to the west is another. The crowd at this time is all slowly kind of freaking out and kind of turning around, their heads whipping, trying to see what is happening. what are all of you doing at this exact moment?
Oh, I sprint full speed.
100%.
You just start bursting through this crowd.
100%.
I'm the press. Get out of the way!
He's got like a fake press badge he made at home.
Okay.
Take photos.
First of all, this crowd is fairly hard to just run through. So I'm gonna have you make some sort of a check. Probably either I'll let you decide. Either a brawn check or a flight check. Probably
Probably flight.
Let's go. You have to beat a 6.
All right. I'm gonna do flight because I'm not a super strong boy.
So just go to your character sheet. Ooh, nice. All right. So you kind of it doesn't look very impressive at all. But you are able to weave through this crowd and out onto the other side. And you see off in the distance, during the last scream, you see okay, this is a good note. Can people see the rolls?
Twitch can't see the rolls.
Okay, so Sidecar, the roll was a 6, and he got the roll he had to beat was a 6, and he got a 7.
Fantastic.
So he just barely got over there. I just wanted to. I should note that.
Yeah, we'll try to call those out so that we can let people know.
Sure. You see a small figure at the last scream in what looks like some sort of yellow clear ball. Looks like energy of some sort. You see a small human figure far off in the distance appear out of nowhere and then scream and then disappear. So that is what you see. What is the rest of you doing at this time?
I very similarly probably would have like turned my attention to the forest and whipped out my binoculars.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. You definitely see this as well, Edith. You see this clear as day as well because with your binoculars out. What about Frizzle, Stacy, and Johnny?
I turn to Johnny and say, "What did you do to ruin my moment?
I didn't
know
do a damn thing. You know that this wasn't me. What do you think that's going to help my chances of getting in? Not a chance. I didn't do this. Hey, look, get off it. I'm going to go find out what's going on. Edith! Edith, you can't go running into the woods anymore. How old are you?
30!
So does Edith go running into the woods like around the side of the crowd and Johnny follows?
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
Johnny has like a moment. How far away is my... Because I probably wrote it here, even though it's like a janky piece of trash. How far away is my motorcycle?
Where would you have left it?
I feel like I would have left it like... Parking lots are BS. So I probably just like ran it off the side of the road a little bit. Something like that. I would want it to be kind of close at hand because I would want people to see me rolling in on it because it's so cool.
Sure, and you can get that thing into the park too,
Okay.
easily. But there is a big parking lot way on the other side of the state park, but it's not real close to here.
Yeah, wherever people were like putting their trucks, like the vendors and stuff, like however they were getting their stuff here, I probably just parked it alongside them.
Okay,
They
sure.
got big trucks, they can steal it.
There's probably some back park roads that just like the Rangers use, and there's it's probably about 50 yards away from the stage here.
Okay. Yeah,
Maybe
I think
not 50, like 30 yards away.
Okay, would it be absolutely like I recognize like this might be kind of a mountainous region? Would it be just nuts for Johnny to want to try and off-road this thing because it'll be faster than trying to run?
No, it's not nuts.
Cool. All right. I hoof it,
Johnny.
I hoof it from my motorcycle, saying, "Hey, listen, we don't get along, I know, but just keep an eye on the old biddy for me, would you?"
I'm gone.
Don't. Is she gone already? Oh, shit. Okay. Look, just keep your nose out of it.
Not to be outdone by Johnny, I'm gonna follow him, and I think it would be really funny if I get there before him on his crappy bike.
It probably would be, and look, Johnny's gonna be mad, but Sam won't be mad if we haven't seen with the two of us riding the motorcycle.
I want both of you to make opposing flight checks.
No, I think
Copy that.
To see who gets there first.
Oh, is Stacy running toward his bike?
Right?
No, I'm sorry.
You're running towards the screen.
Towards the screen. Yeah, I'm not going to be
Gotcha.
outdone by him. I'm going to figure out what the problem is here.
Okay.
Gotcha. You want to get to the screen first. Okay.
So I can regain my moment.
Well, either way, I'm going to have you guys roll flight checks.
Yeah, makes sense.
And there isn't going to be like consequences to what this happens. It's just deciding who is running faster at this moment.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, let me...
Do I just roll? Do I need to know a target number?
No, there's no target number. This is just like opposing against each other.
10!
Okay,
Nice.
I clicked mine. It doesn't look like it's going in... There we go. Oh, and it's blank, right?
Wait, that's a D...
What?
Wait,
I nailed it! I got a 28!
You have a +8?
I got a 20... Wait, why would I have a +8? That doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make any sense.
But you got a natural 20 though.
I did. Why is it giving me a +8 is my question. Oh, it's because I got the 20. It's exploding.
Oh, you're right. That's why. Okay, so for chat, just to let you know, when you roll the highest numeral on a dice, it explodes. That means you get to roll it again. But it doesn't explode because you already beat it by a natural 20. And so Johnny just freaking flies off to his bike. And by the time Stacy's kind of able to get around through the crowd, Johnny is already like halfway beating you in front of you.
And this thing sounds like an old weed whacker. I've got my crappy old helmet on that's like duct taped in places. I've just slammed it on. Yeah, exactly. It's I think
Glorified moped.
Absolutely. I mean, it might have a moped's engine in it. It's got a sidecar, which is basically just like an old baby carrier that you would hook to the back of a bicycle, like tack welded onto the side with a milk crate on it, full of all my stuff. The question is, do I pick up Stacy on my way there? I don't think so. I think I zoom right past Stacy.
You think about giving her the finger, but just like don't. You maybe get your gun out and shoot at her.
Pew, pew.
He laughs in Australian.
All right. So all of you have started making your way towards the screen. And I think Francis is the closest. Well, not really. I think Francis and at this moment Johnny are kind of the closest. Johnny's catching up with Francis. Another scream happens, and another, and another. And the noise seems to be getting farther away. And you see this figure, Francis and Johnny both at this moment, like they are like appearing in a weird orb of yellow and then disappearing, and they're screaming, and they keep getting farther and farther, and they are moving their way, it seems to be towards town. And then Johnny on your bike, all of you around, you almost want to stop as your stomachs sink again. As if a bomb has gone off. A massive explosion can be heard from towards town. The ground shakes, and now people in the crowd behind you have started screaming. What in the hell is going on? Is Altmore being attacked? And even between the trees, you can see in the sky a giant fireball from the boom lights up the sky, and your eyes glisten in the orange light. Suddenly, all of you know. The crowd knows. The direction is exact. The oil refinery has exploded.
Oh.
As the crowd and all of you stare up at the sky, you see pieces of refinery being shot in every which way. A rather large piece seems to be headed directly towards the state park. Most people are still standing in shock. Some have started to run.
Yeah, I'm probably yelling like, "Run, get under cover!"
Okay, Edith is running, is yelling to run.
Edith, there are like policemen and stuff here
You're
to take
not
care of
here,
that.
man.
I'm right next to you. I zoomed up on my bike.
Yeah.
Has
said
Johnny
you and
stopped
Francis
his
are
bike kind of at this crash,
closer to
at this
the
boom?
Screams.
It's me and Francis, not me and Edith.
Yeah. Francis took off before I did.
What's that half bit?
Have you stopped your bike?
Yeah. Okay. So apparently Johnny got a bad look through his like crappy, grimy helmet and thought he was going after Edith when it turns out he was hot on Francis's tail the whole time.
Okay, cool. So, Francis, you see Johnny kind of stop his bike right behind
I Tokyo
you.
drift in, lift up my visor, and go, "Wait a second, what the hell? Where's the old bat?"
Does Francis respond to this at all?
I think I like smack you in the chest because you're probably busy with your camera. Like, hey, where did she go?
I go, Press, I need your car.
Oh my god, shut up.
I'm Press.
Press.
You're gonna be pressed.
Oh.
I don't know what that means.
Where is Edith Wells? She was running in this direction. What happened?
I don't know where Edith Wales is. You see the man teleporting and there's an explosion? We got more important things to worry about. I gotta get photos. I gotta send this in.
At that moment, another boom can be heard as whatever debris has now crashed down into the forest. And you can see about 50 yards in front of you, another fireball explodes in the forest.
Jesus Christ.
And the ground shakes once again. Now there is all-out panic in the forest. And the dry October forest has started to burn. Mayor Lawrence has picked up the microphone and is shouting for people to calm down. No one is listening. Stacy's father is one of the few that's just kind of standing in awe on the stage in horror. The rest of the squad are screaming and hugging each other. This is crazy.
Apocalypse, yeah.
Yeah. screaming and panicking. And many have started to run into the forest.
These people listen to no one.
At this moment, I am going to ask all of you to make a grit check. Because this is insane. A DC of 4, just to see if you can, how you will handle this situation.
I want to roll it on my dice.
Oh.
Woo!
D10.
Waiting on one more. Ooh, those are some just over, man. Good job, folks.
I got a 6 on a D4, y'all. Just wanna.
Oh, it exploded. Nice. Good job.
I'm handling this shit really well.
Who got the 8? Where's that 8?
Edith.
Didn't come up for me.
I'm rolling actual dice.
Oh, okay, that's fine. So,
if it's easier,
they had to beat a 4. They had to beat a 4 to see. They had to beat a 4 to see if they could handle this situation. Tuna got a 5. Stacy got a 6. Johnny must have rolled a 4. And...
I got a 4.
Huh?
I got a 4.
Johnny got a 4, and Edith got an 8. So all of you are handling this just barely, I would say. Especially Johnny, you just kind of keep your wits about you. Edith is doing the best out of all of this. This is kind of, she's in her element, her favored terrain, if you will, in D&D terms.
I think Johnny's freaked out because Edith is just gone.
Sure.
And probably getting herself very close to a fire she shouldn't be.
If what would be are you looking around for Edith?
Oh, absolutely. I think I might have.
You probably see her up in front of you, running towards whatever is happening. Or what is Edith doing at this moment now?
Okay, so in my head, Francis started running first, and then once I saw it in my binoculars, I started running. We probably would have been heading in a similar direction, but he would have been slightly ahead of me. And then Johnny, on his bike, would have passed me, and like I whispered, I was like, what did I don't remember what I said, but...
I was busy being Australian.
Yeah, I know, I guess. Basically, like, I heard him pass me or something, like, oh, how dare you not pick me up kind of thing. But once I saw that thing hurtling toward the crowd, I probably would have, like, stopped and tried to get people to safety.
Do you like directing traffic?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I'm probably not as far as Francis and Johnny are. Maybe even Stacy, I don't know, but...
Sure. Okay, so Edith is kind of... You're attempting to calm people down, right?
I'm attempting to get them, like, into shelter and, like, away from the fires kind of thing. And they're just running into the woods, which wouldn't surprise me.
Where is shelter to you? Where are you trying to direct them?
I mean, I feel like the vendors probably would have come in, like, big vans, so maybe, like, somewhere over there.
Just like getting them ducked down behind vans and
yeah,
stuff?
like somewhere where something else will take the brunt of whatever is hurtling toward us.
Okay. I'm going to have you roll a... Unless you think something else would work for this, I'm going to have you roll a charm check.
Ooh,
at
charm?
I'm going to have it be at a target level 7.
Ooh. You're not terribly charming. You got this. Remember, if you fail a roll, that's how you get adversity tokens, correct?
Correct. Actually, I'm going to have Stacy since Johnny kind of beat you in that check, I'm gonna have you take a a adversity token.
Yes.
Charm.
I forgot to do that.
You keep closing it.
Yeah,
I need to see mine. That's not mine.
Do you want to explain adversity tokens?
Yes, adversity tokens are every time someone fails a roll, they get an adversity token, and they can spend adversity tokens either to just give themselves a +1 on a check in the future, or they can spend adversity tokens to activate some of their character strengths.
Got it. All right, I guess I'll roll charm, even though I'm not gonna beat it. Let's see.
Could explode. Never know.
D4. My target number is a 6. You said
7.
I got a 3.
Ooh.
All right. So,
ugly.
I only had a D4, so that's a pretty good D4 roll.
you are able to get only about 5 people to listen to you. The people immediately around you, but the rest of the crowd are not listening to you much at all. Take an adversity token. So Edith kind of tries to get people to listen to her, but she gathers about 4 people, like 5 people around her to start moving towards where, like, the vendor. A lot of the vendor trucks aren't back here in the area, but I would say, like, back behind the stage, like, there are, like, where Johnny's bike was and some of the, like, other park ranger parking lot trucks are, like, back into there.
Okay. I realize that there are also caves by these feet. I feel like maybe she could try to direct it more, like, into the caves, run into the caves.
Sure. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if it works like D&D, where I can try
get in the
roll.
feet.
There are you see Officer Cecil Davis.
Cecil.
Deputy Cecil Davis.
Great name.
He is there, and he is actually more successfully kind of getting people to listen. He's got about 50 people that are with him listening, and you can actually see he is moving them towards the caves as well.
Perfect.
So you kind of move. I hate that guy. Says Tuna. But he is moving them towards the caves, kind of behind the stage and by the feet, and you kind of go over in that direction. Francis, the men in suits, they are right in line with you, running towards the stuff, running towards the burning forest. What
How dare
I guess do you continue following them, or have you stopped?
Oh, I follow them.
Okay. They were just
don't know
booking it. They're booking it towards the exact direction where this thing crashed. But now you can see that the fire is spreading very quickly. And if you are booking it full speed, you're just focusing on them. You see, give me a brains check.
Ooh.
DC of 7.
Oh.
Oof. That's not good.
What do you get?
You take an adversity token.
Our boy got a 1.
Oh.
That's a hard one. And guys, don't remember to add. I forget what everybody adds to their rolls, but you have +1s to certain things. to certain checks. All right. So this
I have a 2.
you have a 2. Okay. That helps. But not much.
So I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Is this when he could spend an adversity token to get a +1 to what he already rolled, or does he have to decide before he rolls it?
He could spend adversity tokens. You roll, and then you can spend adversity tokens to attempt to get better, to make the check at least like not as bad, or possibly over. Make sense? Or to meet it.
But he doesn't have to decide before he rolls. He can see what he rolls and then decide.
Correct.
But this is the first time that he's earned adversity tokens, right? So he can't earn it on the roll and spend on the same roll. Yeah.
Sure.
This was he had to beat a 7. He got a 2. You fall straight into a massive hole in front of you. It's not like a man-made hole. It's just a kind of a divot that you didn't see that was in front of you. And you kind of
die.
You don't die. It's not that bad of a roll. You get the wind taken out of you, and you kind of have to stop for a moment to gather yourself. All right.
Ugh.
Stacy and Johnny, what are you doing right now? The fire is spreading fairly quickly.
I have just watched. I've seen this one individual like blinking in and out of existence, and then I think I just saw Francis blink out of existence, because Francis is in a hole now. I probably say, where the hell is everyone going? Edith! And I'm zooming around. I'm gonna take a lap backwards because I thought this was Edith out here. I'm gonna leave Francis straight up in a hole and go try to find Edith.
Okay, so you start going back towards where everybody is, and you kind of see. I think you would see by now that there is a big group of people. There are many people that have run straight into the forest because they're just running towards town and towards their vehicle. But you see the kind of group of about 50 to 100 people kind of moving back towards the caves. And there you would see where Edith is pretty clearly.
Was I next to Johnny before he just sped away? Like, did I catch up to him?
You would have been near him.
Before he drives off, can I be like, wait, I know we don't like each other, but I am not dying in this forest, and jump on the back of his motorcycle? You gonna let me do that?
I probably don't even look back as much as I just say, well, it would make it a one-party race.
Oh. Chaotic evil.
I love it.
Oh, no.
What does Johnny do, though? Besides say that amazing line.
I pump the brakes a tiny bit. I'm not actually evil. Basically I'll pump the brakes so she can jump on my rickety ass little sidecar here. And then like my one goal is just to like I'll zoom through people, I'll zoom across people. I probably won't zoom over people. Probably.
Okay.
Undecided. But I just need to get to Edith and make sure she's not overexerting herself. Because I think Johnny has a very different picture of like what Edith's capabilities are to what Edith's picture of that is. And I look forward to the moment when
actually capable of?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the moment where she puts Johnny where he needs to be.
So you're not helping Stacy, or are you?
Yeah, like I'm gonna let her jump on, yeah.
Okay, cool. So you take time to let Stacy get on real quick, and before you start accelerating, you hear another scream, but it's a different scream from coming in the forest. Just help! Help! A girl is trapped! She's trapped in a tent!
A ghost is trapped?
A girl.
Oh.
Sorry.
Ghost!
Edith's ears perk up from far, far away.
Ghosts and distress?
And tense?
And they are closest to Johnny and Stacy. She is closest to Johnny and Stacy, though.
Look,
How
I'm
do
going to
you
be honest.
respond to this?
I'm going to be honest. Johnny's pretty much done with everybody here except Edith.
Sure. That's fine. So you just drive forward.
Well,
but Edith, Edith, do you hear this and do you respond to it?
Do I hear it?
I'm going to say it's pretty easily heard. A scream, like a single person yelling this thing. You would be able to hear it.
Yes, I would.
I like to think Edith has great ears for her age.
I'm going on 30, I'm telling you. I would probably, like, start delegating tasks to, like, the deputies and stuff. Like, hey, you go get, like, the fire trucks, blah, blah, blah. Like, start putting out these fires kind of thing. Get as many people safe as you can, whatever. And then, yeah, I'm gonna go find this ghost trapped in the tent.
This ghost trapped in the tent. All right, so... you start talking to Deputy Davis, and you guys communicate a few things, and then you start running.
Yep.
Probably in the exact direction Johnny and Stacy are coming. You start running in that exact direction, and you guys are almost going to pass each other. So, Johnny, you see Edith running directly towards you, the one person that you are trying to find. What do you? I'm assuming you stop and attempt to talk to her.
Yeah, absolutely. So did Stacy bail?
No, I'm still gripping the sidecar.
What do you? Get off my bike, Edith. Edith, you can't be doing this, okay? You look. There are people around.
I grab him by his shirt and say, "Listen here, son. These people need our help. Everything's on fire. I know you don't give a crap about the people here." Other choice word, but PG-13.
You can say damn.
I was not gonna say damn.
You don't give a hell. You don't give a single piss.
Crap about the other people here, but I do. So you go ahead and piss off if you want to, or you can come help these people.
I thought that
would be. And then I run.
And I'm just watching this in the background and like slow clap.
Damn it!
Yeah, you get her.
Well, should have known that was how that was going to go. All right, what are we doing? Everyone listen to the crazy lady. She's going to put you in a cave and you'll be safe there or whatever.
I would probably tell Johnny to...
Must go faster. Must go faster.
Sorry. Stay and like... no, he'd probably come with me. Because he's got a sidecar. If this kid is hurt, then we can put him in the sidecar and...
Oh, are we going?
Away. Yeah.
Are we the... Okay, this thing's probably like groaning a bit. It's got 3 people on it when it's designed for no people. Okay, gotcha.
I can probably run... Maybe not as fast, but pretty close to as fast as
pretty close how
your
fast
little
that thing.
moped goes.
Unfair. All right. Yeah, I think I probably like zoom off ahead. I'm hoping I can like if I can figure out what's going on before, because she won't hop on this bike. You've probably made a point of that in the past. Like I will never.
I've stolen it.
Oh, that's right.
Nice try.
Yeah,
well, you won't.
You've straight up stolen it before.
But she's not gonna stoop to riding in the sidecar like
That's
will.
what I mean. Will you ride it?
No.
Like, will you be a passenger in it or only the driver? Okay. Yeah. So, and there's no way I'm letting her get on my bike because I know this thing's a rickety piece of crap, or piece of damn. And so I'm gonna zoom off ahead and try to figure out what this is because look, I know there's no stopping her when she's like this.
Okay. Johnny and Stacy zoom ahead. Francis kind of coming to a little bit. You just hear it drive past you, and Edith comes running behind, so Francis has come to, and this woman, kind of a middle-aged woman that is leading you to where this a girl is trapped in a tent. I would say all of you kind of get there near the same time. Francis is just crawling out of the hole as all of you get there. And there, you see some, like, pretty darn close. There is some sort of large debris, oil refinery debris, and you can see there's, like, liquid oil oozing out of it that is starting to burn the forest around. And near it is this carnival tent. It was a mind reader's tent. And there is a girl, think a young Zendaya, like 15-year-old Zendaya is wrapped in this tent, and there is a large log that has crashed down on top of her, and this tent has she is like, imagine she fell onto the tent, and it's like wrapped up in it, and there's like a tree branch that has fallen on top of her. And this woman's like, please, you have to help her. She's gonna die. What do all of you do?
Oh, I help her.
How do you go about helping?
I'd probably like. Well, you said there's a branch on top of her, right?
Yeah.
So, power lift that branch up off her, and like scoop her up like a.
Oh, we're gonna lift. Okay.
Like a damsel in distress.
All right. So I need one person to make a kind of a brawn check for me.
What is this in regards to?
Getting that
into like lifting this log off.
Oh,
it's a pretty substantial size.
That's gonna be a cast right there.
It's gonna be a DC of 8.
Uh-oh. I got a 4. Sounds about right.
Can we just, like, does this allow us to aid her, like, if we say we're gonna team lift it?
I would say this is a snap decision.
Okay.
The planned ones we can help each other. For the snap decisions, nobody else can add their adversity tokens.
Sure.
What does the adversity token do again?
You can add it on the roll.
You can either redeem them to use your strength, or you can just have them make a +1 to your roll.
+1. Okay.
Yeah, and that's sort of how this game is designed. You sort of start off like screwing a lot of stuff up, and then their adversity tokens, they're designed so that later on you'll be able to have some of them at your disposal, and you can actually use them for more of an advantage later.
And what do my strengths do?
I forget what your exact strengths are.
Oh, that's right.
I'll take her through them in the background here.
Okay. So you got a 3?
A 4.
A 4, and the DC is 8. You get this log fairly off of her, but you, in the process, the tent has caught your kind of park ranger coat on fire.
Oh no! That was an heirloom.
Is anyone else? Is anyone else going to help her as you seen her? She has started to catch on fire.
Edith?
I take a photo first, but then I help.
Yeah, Edith.
Oh yeah.
Edith, take an adversity token.
Yeah, immediately I'm all over that.
Okay, what do you do to help?
I probably grab off my my jacket and just start like smacking against her back because I know she's not going to pay any attention to this stupid thing. Oh yeah, true. So
Your
I've got
Han
a
Solo jacket.
I've got the Han Solo like leather vest thing, and yeah, I'm just like beating against her shoulder with it. You're on fire! Are you kidding me? Pay attention to what you're doing.
So is this girl.
All right, so you quickly pat her out.
Yeah.
Kind of crawling over this pieces of this tent, and I'm gonna say, Johnny. Are you going to help her lift this log even more?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, make a brawn check.
I am not gonna do much better. I got an 8.
That's magic.
How did I
Wow.
do that?
You did it
On a
you,
D6.
You got the
Nice.
exact DC too. So Johnny musters all the strength he has with the help of Edith. You guys throw this log off of this girl. As you get closer to her face, Johnny, you recognize the face.
Zendaya.
This is a girl you go to school with. Her name is Aubrey Ward. So there's that information.
Okay. Aubrey, are you
so
okay? Get out of the forest.
She is she looks unconscious. Unconscious, yeah.
Is she an infant, perhaps?
No. But you get this burning log off of her, and she is still kind of laying down in this tent. Do the two of you kind of lift her up and kind of get her out of there?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably get her laid down on the sidecar. Like I probably like shove my milk crate off to the side with all my stuff in it, and like I guess I don't know, lay her down on the thing. That's not safe.
No.
Better
Sure.
than, I guess maybe better than trying to carry her. Fingers crossed.
You could probably carry her out pretty easily. She's a light girl.
Okay.
One of you make a brawn check DC. Well, I'm not going to make you DC. I'm not going to make you roll anything for it. She's very light.
Okay.
You guys are able to get her out of the tent and like kind of onto the ground. The smoke is getting fairly thick at this moment. It's hard not to cough. Soon, Edith especially, you know it's going to be impossible to breathe in this forest. What do you all do now? Just start carrying her back?
Guys, I don't actually have a fire background, but would getting low be helpful in a forest fire?
Getting... Because smoke rises, so yes.
Okay, that's what I figured. So I would have everybody, like, crouch walk.
Crouch walk. And are we going to the caves?
Probably. They're made out of stone. They're probably not gonna catch on fire.
Quick, everybody, crab walk to the caves.
I will help Johnny in getting Aubrey there. I feel like we like link arms like around her elbows and we're dragging her there.
Okay.
Okay,
Sure.
there's a gut wrenching moment in which Johnny has to decide, is he going to help or is he going to take care of his precious bike?
I'm gonna smack you upside the head and get on your bike and ride it there. Just kidding. Get on the bike and ride.
No, I'm coming. Of course I'm gonna. Damn it! Of course I'm coming with you. I'll be back, baby.
You and me switch out. I'll carry the girl. I'll help Stacy carry the girl. You get your bike and get there. Cause that's your backpack. We need the stuff in your backpack. So go get it.
But we don't know that.
No, it'll be funnier if Edith takes his bike because you know, like he has having a hard time making this decision. So by you taking the bike, you're making the decision for him.
Okay, yeah. I get on the bike and I kind of like try to lead the path safely through. I'm not going fast, obviously. Trying to lead the path
Don't forget the brakes.
safely through the.
Always forgets the brakes.
Stacy, smack him for me.
You can't smack me. You can't do that. She can do that. You can't do that.
You don't get to tell me what I can and can't do.
So with Stacy on Stacy and Johnny are carrying Aubrey.
Yeah.
Edith has vroomed forward on Johnny's bike, and Francis is kind of taking pictures, walking with them this whole way, I'm assuming.
Thanks a lot for all the help, you bastard.
Does Francis offer to help at all?
No.
I'm taking photos.
He's helping by documenting what's happening.
Yeah, I'm documenting. I'm trying to look for the men in black too. I want to know where they went.
You see one. He is coughing, and you can see him moving back out of the forest towards the stage. But the other two you cannot see. They are nowhere to be found.
I go after him.
All right, so you start zoning in on him. All of you make it out of the forest. You kind of gather near the feet. I was going to say the foot of the caves, which is the foot of the caves.
Which one, left or right?
The foot of the feet cave.
And
who do you work for?
All of you look behind you as this fire and the smoke is spreading very quickly. The smoke, even where you are now, it is hard to breathe. At this moment, you start hearing a coughing as Aubrey starts to come to consciousness. And her eyes are blinking. What's going on? What happened? Where am I? What's going on?
I think this is your big shoots.
Anything to her?
I'm on my motorcycle.
Damn it.
It's between you and Stacy, man.
All of you have gotten to the foot of the cave. You are all in the same place now.
Look.
I'm like shushing her, trying to calm her down. Like, it's okay, sweetie. We're gonna be fine. I promise you. I owe you a mani-pedi when this is all over. Take a deep breath. It's gonna be okay.
Look around. It's hell right now. We've got to get in the damn caves.
You're not helping, Johnny.
Shut up. Get in the cave.
At all of this yelling, she yells, stop. She just yells, stop! And at that, a large ball of energy, the yellow ball that you saw, forms around her. And either of you were on both sides of her, are just like pushed to both sides as a force of energy pushes you back. You don't know what the hell just happened. And I think no, we're gonna keep going just a little bit longer. She kind of looks down at her hands. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. At this, the rest of the crowd is kind of is moving around her, and they're kind of, some of them freaked out at what just happened. None of you know what happened. How do you guys react to this?
I don't think I'm there. I'm chasing the other guy.
Sure.
So am I then the only person who both saw that this phenomenon was happening in the woods?
I saw it with my binoculars.
With your binoculars? Okay.
I did not see it.
Well, the only person who saw that but is also here now? That's what I mean.
I think I'm here.
You're like the magical teleporting lady, aren't you?
We're at the foot of the cave. The foot of the cave, right?
Yeah, Edith is there at the foot of the caves.
Yeah, we got to the cave, so I'm here. I don't know what I would do.
Hey! What are you... Stop it. What's your deal? What is that?
I honestly, I don't know. I don't know.
Can you remind me of this girl's name again?
Aubrey Ward. And I am going to... At this moment, I think I want to...
Aubrey. Hey. Listen, you're going to be fine or something, but let's not do this right here, huh? Seems like that's caused a bit of trouble already, hasn't it? I think Johnny's pretty concerned that, like, we see this in sort of a breadcrumb trail, and at the end of the breadcrumb trail is a massive explosion. So I think Johnny's, like, got it lodged in his head pretty good that maybe Audrey did a very bad thing somewhere.
Sure.
On accident or on purpose.
All right. All of you now have access to the character sheet of Aubrey Ward, who is our powered character. So
it's exactly a young Zendaya.
Yeah, it's a young Zendaya. So to introduce this character, and this is something that I have not actually done in the game yet, much of at least. We now collectively share this character, and to introduce her, Aubrey Ward is a 15-year-old brilliant musician. Stacy and Johnny, you know that she is a very, very good singer and pianist.
I've probably been trying to, like, depending on what genre she is, I've probably been trying to figure out a way to, like, yoink her into a band somehow.
Okay, she sings mostly like classical music, but you've heard her in like the practice room singing some Janet Jackson and some Madonna, some probably a little Janis Joplin as well. So you know she can sing some other sort of genres.
Sure.
To introduce her more as herself, she wants to make friends. She hasn't had much courage to try. And many people at the school see her as a little different. She has the strengths of intuitive. She is rebellious, and she is skilled at anything that has to do with music.
Is she kind of the auteur? Like, clearly everyone recognizes she's a massive talent, but she doesn't necessarily, like, have tight friends at school, that kind of thing?
For sure. Her flaws is she is clumsy, and she is insecure. 15-year-old girl. If you look down at the notes on the character sheet, I have... Huh?
Sorry. I said it's every 15-year-old. Clumsy and insecure.
Yeah. I have looked. I have noted her aspects at the bottom of the character sheet. I have also made a note, which I'll show you right now, that shows the powered character aspects.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And I'm gonna edit it right now. So you can see all of those aspects. So that's kind of where we can start to play this character.
Yeah, and I think we'll sort of, like, discover those over the course of play. For anyone who doesn't know how this works, I'm going to do the briefest version of it. Basically, she's got these different elements. Us, as the rest of the party, all share control of her by sort of tapping different elements like Obsessed with Music, and use that to sort of drive what she's going to do next.
So yeah, I'm going to go over her aspects. Aubrey Ward is obsessed with music, ignorant of social norms, very intelligent. Her D20 is in brains. she is completely trusting of a member of the group, which is going to be our first poll, deciding which character Aubrey completely trusts. She is eager to become friends with anybody, especially the people of the group. She doesn't remember the past 24 hours, and she is able to put up a spherical protective barrier.
Nice.
Cool.
So, I think now is when we're going to take our first break, if that works.
It does indeed.
If you wanted to put up a poll, or I guess I can do it, right?
Yeah, would you mind? I'm going to give us like a quick little run through of like what happens next. Everyone, we are going to take a 5-minute break. We're going to be back after that. We have just been introduced to a new character. We got new things to learn about Aubrey Ward. Is she responsible in some way for what happened here? Is she somehow going to help us overcome what happened here? We don't know what happened. I think Francis has a few theories, I'm sure. Johnny has to make sure that Edith doesn't get hurt somehow. Edith has to make sure that Johnny, like, bucks up.
Shuts up
And bucks up. Stacy can go straight to hell. And and Mr. Halfbit, Tuna, Frizz, Mama Cass, thank you all very much for being here and doing this.
I'm having trouble with this poll, sorry.
That's all right.
Do I just do /poll?
Yeah, you just do /poll and then enter, and then it'll pop the menu for you. And everyone who is watching, thank you so very much. Keep an eye on chat because we do have that poll going in there. I would say you can make that poll a 5-minute one and just let me know when it's up. And that is going to be happening in chat at the same time as we are on our break. We're going to take 5 minutes. I'm going to run some ads in between so that we don't get interrupted in the middle of the stream somehow, because that would suck. Everyone, I hope you're having an excellent time so far. I know that I am. And yeah, I hope to see you again in about 5 minutes. What's everybody thinking so far?
We'll be back.
I want to hear theories. This is one where I don't mind if you try to spoil things because you don't know. Only Halfbit knows. That's the magic of RPGs.
Well, the Russians have been working on sci-fi teleportation technology for a while, so
Okay.
I gotta run by some common phrases. Freight train.
Is that what they call it? This is some real sci-fi stuff right here.
Yeah, I'm trying to like activate her, you know. So I'm like, next time I see her, I got an idea, yeah. You got like benign freight car, big truck.
Big truck.
See if I can get her.
Midnight.
Sleeper agent.
Yeah, this is my friend Big Truck Francis.
All right, I have started that poll.
Everyone, we're taking 5. I'll see you on the other side. It's been fantastic. Bye-bye.
Too slow. You gotta find the screen.
See ya.